Hello and welcome to Rocky Times, the channel that explores the secrets of our past and mysteries of our future. My name is Nico, and today I'm going to be talking about one of the most fascinating and controversial topics in ancient history, the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki are a group of deities from the ancient Mesopotamian pantheon who were believed to be an offspring of An, the god of the sky, and Ki, the goddess of the earth. The Anunnaki appear in many ancient texts and myths from Mesopotamia, which is the region that includes modern-day Iraq, Syria, Turkey, and Iran. The Sumerians, Akkadians, Assyrians, and Babylonians all had stories about these powerful beings who shaped their destiny and intervened in their affairs. Some of these stories describe the Anunnaki as benevolent creators and teachers who gave humans civilization, laws, arts, and sciences. Others depict them as cruel masters who enslaved humans and demanded worship and sacrifice. The Anunnaki had various roles and functions in the ancient myths and legends. Some of them were associated with the heavens, such as Enlil, the god of air and chief of the gods, who separated heaven and earth. Enki, the god of water and wisdom, who created humans and taught them civilization. Nirsag, the mother goddess of fertility and nature. Sinarnana, the god of the moon. Shamash, the god of the sun and justice, and Ishtar, the goddess of love and war. Other Anunnaki were linked to the underworld, such as Ereshkigal, the queen of the dead. These Anunnaki were often depicted as judges of the dead, who decided the fate of human souls after death. But what if I told you that there is more to the story than what we know from all these ancient texts? What if I told you that the Anunnaki were not just mythical beings, but real visitors from another world? What if I told you that they came to Earth thousands of years ago with a hidden agenda? And what if I told you that they are still here today, secretly influencing our history and our destiny? Sounds crazy, right? Well, not to some people who have been researching this topic for decades. They claim that there is evidence that supports this theory, evidence that has been suppressed or ignored by mainstream scholars and media. They also claim that there are signs that reveal the presence and activity of the Anunnaki in our modern world, such as UFO sightings, crop circles, secret societies, conspiracy theories, genetic engineering, AI, and even global events like wars, pandemics, and climate change. So who are these people who believe in this theory? And what is their evidence? And most importantly, what is their purpose? Are they trying to expose the truth or spread disinformation? Are they working for or against the Anunnaki? And what do they want from us? These are some of the questions that explore one of the most controversial and fascinating topics in history, the Anunnaki. We introduced the topic of the Anunnaki conspiracy, the theory that the ancient Mesopotamian gods were actually extraterrestrial visitors who came to Earth thousands of years ago and manipulated human history and destiny. One of the main sources of this theory is a controversial author named Zecharia Sitchin, who claimed to have deciphered ancient Sumerian texts and discovered a hidden story of the Anunnaki. According to Sitchin, the Anunnaki came from a mysterious planet called Nibiru, which orbits the sun every 3,600 years and is sometimes referred to as Planet X. Nibiru was the home of highly advanced civilization that faced a crisis due to the deterioration of their atmosphere. To solve this problem, the Anunnaki decided to mine gold from Earth, which they could use to repair their atmosphere. They arrived on Earth around 450,000 years ago and established a base in Mesopotamia where they encountered primitive humans. The Anunnaki then decided to genetically engineer these humans to create a hybrid race that could serve as their slaves and workers. They did this by mixing their own DNA with that of the humans, creating the first modern humans, or Homo sapiens. Sitchin claimed that this process was described in the ancient Sumerian myth of Enki and Nimna, in which Enki, the god of water and wisdom, and Nimna, the goddess of life and death, create various types of humans by manipulating clay figures. Sitchin also claimed that this process was recorded in the biblical story of Adam and Eve, in which Adam is created from dust and Eve is created from his rib. He argued that Adam and Eve were actually prototypes of the hybrid humans, and that the Garden of Eden was actually a lab where they were kept and tested by Enki and his half-sister Nirsag. Sitchin further claimed that the Anunnaki were divided into two factions, one led by Enki, who was sympathetic to the humans and wanted to teach them civilization and culture, one led by Enlil, who was hostile to humans and wanted to keep them ignorant and obedient. He suggested that this conflict was reflected in many ancient myths and legends, such as the story of Prometheus and Zeus in Greek mythology, or the story of Lucifer and Yahweh in Judeo-Christian tradition. Sitchin also claimed that the Anunnaki were responsible for many of the major events in human history, such as the Great Flood, which he said was caused by Nibiru's gravitational pull on Earth, or the Tower of Babel, which he said was an attempt by humans to communicate with Nibiru. Sitchin also claimed that some of the Anunnaki stayed on Earth after their mission was completed, while others returned to Nibiru or went to other planets in our solar system. He said that those who stayed on Earth became known as gods or angels, or demons or aliens, reptilians, or whatever name people gave them over time. He also said that those who left Earth would eventually return to Earth when Nibiru comes close again. Sitchin's theory has been widely criticized by scholars, scientists, and skeptics as pseudoscience, pseudohistory, and pseudolinguistics. They have pointed out many flaws and errors in his interpretations and translations of ancient texts and artifacts. They have also argued that there is no evidence of Nibiru's existence. However, Sitchin's theory has also gained many followers and supporters who believe that he uncovered a hidden truth that has been suppressed by mainstream academia and religion. They believe that the Anunnaki are still watching over us and may return one day to reveal their true nature and purpose. They also believe that some humans have a special connection to the Anunnaki through their bloodline or consciousness, and that they may have a role to play in the future events of humanity. This, in a nutshell, is the Anunnaki conspiracy theory as presented by Zecharia Sitchin. But is there any truth to it? Is there any evidence to support it? And what are the implications of it for us today? To answer those questions, we will need to examine the sources, the arguments, and the critics of this theory. We will need to look at the ancient texts, the archaeological findings, the scientific data, and the alternative interpretations. We will need to explore the history, the mythology, religion, the culture of the ancient Mesopotamians and their neighbors, and we will need to compare and contrast this theory with other theories and perspectives on the origin and destiny of humanity. This is definitely not an easy task, nor a short one. It will require an open mind, a critical eye, and a curious spirit. It will challenge our beliefs, our assumptions, and our worldview. It will expose us to new ideas, new possibilities, and new realities. But it will also be a fascinating journey, a thrilling adventure, and a mind-blowing experience. It will reveal to us secrets that have been hidden for millennia, mysteries that have puzzled generations, and truths that have been waiting to be discovered. So what do you think? Are the Anunnaki gods, aliens, or myths? And what is their relevance to us today? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time. Until then, this is Nico signing off. Peace.